Target CPA is one of the most effective bidding strategies to use within Google Ads, allowing you to generate new leads and new clients at the best possible price. So in this video, I'm going to explain how to set up the Target CPA bidding strategy within your campaign, how to get the most out of the bidding strategy, and I'm also going to show you an example account to show you how effective Target CPA can be, even for a new campaign. So let's get started. Now, if you're not familiar with setting up bidding strategies, there's two ways that you can set them up. So the quickest way is to select the campaign in question that you would like to set up the strategy for, then select on the left-hand side settings, and then select bidding. And from here you can click on change bid strategy, and then you can go ahead and choose the type of bidding strategy that you'd like to use, and you can select a variety. In this case, of course, we're going to select Target CPA. And you'll notice when you're setting up this bidding strategy, you then have the opportunity to choose that target CPA, how much you would like to be paying for a conversion. And it's important to have a think about this number and select your target CPA based on your business objectives. What would you like to see in terms of a price for a lead coming into your business, or whatever you're tracking as a conversion? Because it's important at this stage to look at the data that you perhaps have already accumulated within your campaign. How much are you generating conversions for at the moment, and select a target CPA based on what you need in terms of profitability. What target CPA would generate the highest volume of conversions and at the best price to generate your business the greatest amount of profit. And that's what you want to be thinking about when you're deciding on that target CPA. And it's important here to select a target CPA that's realistic. We need realistic targets, because if we set, for example, in this case, a target CPA, instead of at 35, we put that at 5, what we might see is that the system will try to achieve that target CPA by reducing the bids very low, bringing down those bids. And with those low bids, what we might then see is that the campaign will no longer generate any sufficient impressions or clicks. So it's important not to just select a very low CPA target, but we need something realistic, and we need something that's going to give us a balance of high volume of traffic and clicks, so to get us that high ad rank, so we're getting a lot of people seeing our ads and clicking on those ads. So we need to balance that, and also balance having a low enough CPA so that it's profitable. So we need high volume, and we also need that low CPA as low as possible in order to increase profitability. So there's a balance there. And what you can do is test different CPA prices in order to find what gives you the best possible balance. Now, the other way to set up a target CPA bidding strategy, and the way I'd recommend, is to set up what's called a portfolio bidding strategy. Now, to do that, in the top right-hand corner, select Tools and Settings, then navigate to Bid Strategies under the Shared Library. And then from here, you can create, by clicking the plus icon, the target CPA bidding strategy. So what you want to do here is name your strategy first. So we're just going to call this Target CPA 2019, just to give it a generic name. You'd put in your target here. So for example, our target is 35. But what's crucial here is that you can also take a look at the recommended target CPA, which is based on previous performance. And you don't have to go with this. It just gives you an idea of what kind of CPA you could be targeting based on prior performance, which is very useful to have. Now, one other option we have here, which can be very useful, is to add in a maximum and a minimum bid limit. So this is very useful because when you give up control of your bidding to Google's system, it can be distressing for some advertisers to see the high cost per clicks that they're paying with the strategy that's being defined. So this gives you more control. If you're not comfortable with paying for high bids, or you just want more control, then you have that here. So you can add a bid limit. For example, we could add a £5 bidding limit or a £4 bidding limit, and what that means is the system will never bid more than £4 for a click. So that's very useful to have. And so it can be beneficial to use a portfolio bidding strategy for that reason. And also, crucially, you can select, by clicking here, you can select the various campaigns that you would like to add within the bidding strategy. And what it'll do is amalgamate all of the data for those campaigns, so that the bidding strategy is making use of a much greater wealth of data to make more accurate decisions. Okay, so next I'm going to show a campaign that's using Target CPA to give an anecdotal example of what can be quickly achieved using the Target CPA bidding strategy. So if we look at this campaign, you can very quickly review the performance of the bid strategy if you have the bid strategy column added, just by clicking Target CPA, and that'll open up the view where you can see how that bid strategy is performing for you. So we can see in this case, it's actually been performing very well. And this won't happen in all cases. It's important to have a good volume of data for the system to determine where it should be making bid adjustments. So you need a good volume of conversion data, and not all campaigns are going to benefit as much by using Target CPA. But in this example, we can see that the average target, because the target has been adjusted over time in order to get the most effective Target CPA, but we can see that the average target has been £33, and just recently the campaign has generated 6 conversions at a 21% conversion rate and an actual CPA price of only £9.99. So the system has been extremely effective in this case, and although it's a small anecdotal example, it shows you potentially what you can achieve using Target CPA. And we can see a bit behind the scenes of the system and how it's making its decisions. So we can see here in the top signals section that, for example, this particular keyword, investment opportunities, that's a keyword where the bids need to be adjusted lower because the conversion rates for that term are lower. Whereas the keyword small investment performs much better. We can see that tablets does not convert very well, so bids are being reduced for tablets. And interestingly, weekdays 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Weekends are one of the most optimal times to be bidding for visitors on the website. So we can see that bids are being increased for that time frame, whereas weekdays after 6 p.m., that's when conversion rates are lower. So the system is reducing bids during that time. So it's very interesting to see how the system is using the performance data that we're generating to make these decisions, to decide where our bid's going to be higher, where's our budget going to be channeled in order to help reach that target CPA that we set within our campaigns. So it's very useful to take a look at this, and you can really see how effective target CPA is at achieving the objectives of a campaign. So I hope you found this video to be informative or useful, and if you need any assistance in selecting or setting up the right bid strategy for your campaigns, or you need help in achieving the objectives of your campaigns, then feel free to get in touch with me. I'm Philip at Optimize Lab, and you can email me at contact@optimizelab.com. And thank you for watching.